نحن نقف الآن في منطقة تل الزعتر شرق مخيم جباليا شمال
I'm
قطاع
standing in Tal al-Zaatar, east of Jabalia refugee camp, in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, where the Israeli occupation forces' tanks, armoured vehicles and troops were deployed. They destroyed everything in their way, from residential buildings to infrastructure. Even mosques and water wells were not spared. The city's Grand Mosque, where I stand, was flattened by the Israeli forces. The topography of this area is relatively high. That is why they stationed themselves here.
هذا المسجد هو مسجد البشير تم تدميره
This was
بالكامل.
once a house of God. It was leveled to the ground. Adjacent to the mosque was a kindergarten and a water reservoir, and the wells feeding the entire residential area with water. All were reduced to ruins.
منطقة تل الزعتر كانت منطقة عامرة بالسكان.
The city was lively, bustling with people. Residents used to live in peace. Thousands of residential buildings were destroyed, either by Israeli warplanes or their tanks with the ground invasion. The entire city was carpet bombed by the Israeli jet fighters before their soldiers entered and wreaked havoc. Even the city's landmark, the Grand Mosque, was not spared. The water reservoir tank feeding Tal al-Zaatar, Jabalia, and Zayed areas was purposefully destroyed by them. Infrastructure was willfully demolished. Water pipes and sewage systems were entirely destroyed by the Israelis. Some residents are trickling back to their homes. They come and see either their homes flattened or unfit for living. However, Gazans are determined to come back and stand their ground, even if reduced to dust.
I am on what was once a major crossroads in Tel al-Zaatar. These streets were the center stage of fierce fighting between Israeli soldiers and the Palestinian resistance fighters. Fighting kept raging for days, if not weeks, in this area. The aftermath is clearly visible. Massive destruction. Residential homes, streets, infrastructure, nothing was spared. These metal parts are what is left of some of the Israeli armoured gear which was destroyed by the Palestinian resistance fighters, a testament to the ferociousness of fighting. The entire area is no longer fit for humans to live in. This is the scene at Tal al-Zaatar, north of the Gaza Strip. The area was carpet-bombed by the Israelis before it witnessed ferocious fighting between their soldiers and the Palestinian resistance fighters. Any sign of life was targeted and hit by Israel. Their goal is to leave the entire area unfit for living. Until this day, the area and returning civilians are targeted by the Israeli missiles, shells and drones.
أنس الشريف الجزيرة شمال غزة.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.